Top 5 exercises to attract women. Okay, the first one is don't skip leg day. So aka do leg exercises. So for your quads, your butt, don't be afraid to do some hip thrusts in the gym. A lot of guys think that that's weird, but you're actually gonna be growing. Hip thrusts are not just for your glutes, they actually work your entire lower body. They're great for overall leg growth. So do some hip thrusts, do some squats. Doesn't have to be barbell squats. You can do hack squats or machine squats or things like that, Smith machine squats, whatever it is. If you're looking for upper body exercises, making sure that you are just being smart about your training. Like, don't just go to the gym and do all chest. Make sure you're breaking up your training and doing some chest exercises, shoulder exercises, incorporating, biceps and triceps. But biceps and triceps are smaller muscle groups. So if you are doing more like compound movements, that's going to be in terms of upper body, like chest movements and shoulder movements, you're probably going to get more bang for your buck versus just going into the gym and doing like 100 bicep curls. So in general, like having foundational movement patterns in check first is going to be what you want to focus on. So making sure that you're doing, I like to say, hip dominant movement, which would be things like RDLs or deadlifts, doing a quad dominant movement, so things like squats, split squats, leg extensions. When we're talking about upper body, you want to do some type of horizontal pushing movement, which is going to be a bench press or some type of bench press. It doesn't have to be a barbell bench press, but some type of horizontal movement where you're pushing in the horizontal plane, a movement where you're pushing in the vertical plane, so an overhead shoulder press, any type of movement like that. When it comes to pulling movements, you want to make sure you're doing those in both the horizontal and the vertical plane. So horizontal pulls would be things like rows, and then vertical pulls would be things like pull-ups or pull downs. So basically just making sure that you are hitting all your foundational movement patterns and not just focusing on like, hey, I'm going to go to the gym and curl some weights and do some bicep curls or do some random stuff. You want to make sure that, you're thinking about structuring your training so you're hitting all of the major muscle groups and all of the major foundational movement patterns. So hip dominant movements, quad dominant movements, horizontal pressing and pulling movements, and vertical pressing and pulling movements, and then some core exercises as well. That's probably going to cover everything, and make sure that you're getting as much out of that training as possible by, hitting on those movements and hitting on all of the muscle groups that you need to. Thanks so much for watching. If you want to learn more about nutrition, fitness, or metabolic flexibility, you can check out our website, metflexlife.com. There you can find our podcast, MetFlex and Chill, our nutrition and exercise programs, our latest blog posts, free recipes, and much more.